Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari, and in the series of Indian Evidence Act, we have already seen as many as 17 videos and we are yet to enter chapter 2. That seriously we are discussing every single component of this particular act. From this video, I am starting series on chapter 2, which is all about relevancy of facts covering from section 5 to 55, and this is one of the lengthiest chapter in Indian Evidence Act. Here in this video, I am going to cover chapter 5. The beauty of this section is the name of the section. It says evidence may be given of facts in issue and relevant facts. In the name itself, it gives two places where we can give evidence. One, facts in issues. The second one, relevant facts. What else we need to learn? Now we need to learn that where we cannot give evidence. If we learn that, chapter 5 is over, and that's what I am going to do in this presentation. With that, I am taking you to the first slide. Section 5, as I have already told, discusses about evidence may be given of facts in issues and relevant facts. The Bare Act reads, evidence may be given in any suit or proceedings of the existence or non-existence of every fact in issue and of such other facts as are hereinafter declared to be relevant and of no others. When I read this, you might be feeling it is a lot of English, but it is not. This is one of the easiest section to read. But how to read this? Let us read line by line to understand it very easily. What does the first line say? It says evidence may be given in any suit or proceedings. Being law student or legal professionals, we know where evidences are given. It is given in any suit or proceedings. That's a very easy fact we all know. Now the next question is why they are given. They are given either to prove the existence of a fact in issue or non-existence of a fact in issue. That is the reason we are giving the evidence. Now, if they are related to the fact in issue or any other facts which are given under or hereinafter. When we say hereinafter, while discussing about section 5, we should always see the chapter because the section 5 belongs to chapter 2 and it goes from 5 to 55. As we are already discussing section 5, if the act says all the other facts as are hereinafter, that means it is referring from section 6 to section 55. So what are the evidences that we need to consider? All the facts in issue and all the other provisions which are given from section 6 to 55 or chapter 2 completely starting from section 5 to 55. All of those evidences coming under these two provisions. One, the facts in issue, and two, all the other provisions which are covered in chapter 2 starting from section 5 to 55 are considered as relevant facts or relevant evidences. And what is not concerned, that is the last line which I have mentioned, of no others. That means if it is not facts in issue or if it is not covered under chapter 2, in that case those evidences are not considered as evidence. As easy as that. But there is one exception that we need to observe, that is, even if it is a facts in issue or coming under the purview of chapter 2 of Indian Evidence Act, but if it is this entitled under the Civil Procedure Code, in that case such evidence may not be given. That is one exception which reads, this section shall not enable any person to give evidence of a fact which he is disentitled to prove by any provisions of the law for the time being in force relating to civil procedure. That is the only exception. Otherwise, everything else where there is facts in issue, or if it is coming under the purview of Chapter 2 of Indian Evidence Act, which is all about relevancy of facts covering from Section 5 to 55, then they are the evidences which may be given. Now, to understand this very easily, I have made a small table here to understand what are the evidences which may be given and what are not, based on all the discussion till now that we have done. The table is very simple and I have consolidated all the aspects in this one small table. I have two columns there, particulars and evidence. If the particular is facts in issue, it is an evidence, it is okay. And if the particular given is relevancy of fact covered under Chapter 2 of Indian Evidence Act, that is covering from Section 5 to 55, in that case it can be given as an evidence. None of the other aspects can be given as evidence other than facts in issue and the relevancy of facts, that is the fact number 3. And finally, if it is not allowed under law relating to civil procedure to give as an evidence, in that case that may not be given as evidence. So first two, yes, they can be given as evidence, and last two, they cannot be given as evidence. One which is told in the definition itself, other one which is an exception. So that's all you need to remember. With that, I am taking you to next slide, which is two beautiful illustration given in the act. The first illustration is discussing about two persons, one Mr. A and one Mr. B. Now A with the stick trying to kill Mr. B, and in the trial these are the facts in issue which are relevant. They are A is beating B with the club, which is a fact because yes, he has beaten B with the club or a stick, and then A is causing B's death by such beating. Now because of A beating so much, B dies, and that is also a fact in the issue. And finally, A's intention to cause B's death, because there in the statement it very clearly mentioned that A is tried for the murder of B by beating him with the club with the intention of causing his death. So that is also a fact in issue. These are the different facts in issue which can be considered as an evidence. While the first one is about a criminal case, second one is about a civil case. Here what happens, there is a suitor, and in the first hearing he was supposed to bring one very important bond on which he relies, but he is not bringing it. Now as per this section, he will not be enabled to produce it again unless and until there is anything very clearly prescribed by the Code of Civil Procedure. If it allows, then the court may allow it, or court has to allow it. But if the Code of Civil Procedure doesn't allow, then this section will not also allow. That way there cannot be any further evidence as using that particular bond. He will lose that opportunity. That is what the second illustration discusses. That's all about section 5, which is one of the easiest but at the same time one of the important section. I hope I clarified, and in my next class I am going to touch upon res gestae. Yeah, it looks difficult. Yeah, I'm also yet to work on that. I will come once I finish working on that. Till then, thank you so much for subscribing my channel. Please like, share and comment my videos. All the very best for whatsoever purpose you are referring my channel, and thanks again.